Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Considered the most intriguing and shadowy of people, the Nightblade combines the skills of a thief with the powers of the Mage. Their natural agility, stealth, and abilities in the school illusion make for a deadly combination, especially if they are trained for assassination. While Skyrim doesn't have a dedicated class system, using these skills allow for a lot of creative gameplay and is why they are a fan favorite when it comes to character builds. So in this video we'll be looking at mods designed for a Nightblade build, though a little warning that some of these mods or using them bunch them together can make your character overpowered, so you may need other mods if you want to make things more balanced. First we'll start with the Overhaul and the sneak system, which is pretty much the easiest thing to do in Skyrim. I mean, you only need to invest one perk in the sneak tree, and once your skill level is at around 50, enemies can barely see you. And even if you're spotted, you can easily run away, hide for 10 to 20 seconds, then try again. But with the realistic AI detection mod, enemies will be better at observation when it comes to the line of sight and hearing. Take this for example in Immersive Armors. Without the mod, these bandits won't spot my character until I'm halfway across the bridge, and this is without the muffled spell or enchantment. However, with the mod installed, they can detect the sound of my footsteps before I can get to the bridge, and are able to find my character quickly. Then once I start using destruction spells on them, all the other bandits in the mine will be alerted and start heading into my direction. Another example is in this area. Without the mod, I can slowly approach the bandit at the forge without being detected and take him out with a sneak attack, again without using muffle. But with the mod, the bowman on the bridge can spot me from a distance and will immediately start firing arrows. So right away this mod alone will make gameplay challenging, especially since Nightblades aren't exactly suited for open combat. While there is no dedicated class system in Skyrim, there are a few mods that implement them, allowing for character progression. Classic Classes and Birthsigns reintroduces the class system from earlier Elder Scrolls games, where you can select the Nightblade as your starting skill set. With Nightblades, major skills like Sneak, Illusion, and Destruction start at higher levels, and you also get 2 additional abilities, Acrobatics and Shadowcaster. You can also choose your standing stone at the start of the game just like in Oblivion and Morrowind, but there's an option to use a Burst Sign from the 3rd era, which grants another ability to use. Character Creation Overhaul is another mod that reintroduces the class system, as well as starting off with an active standing stone. Only there's additional options including choosing your race and gender, which factors in your starting abilities, skills, and attributes for some unique customization. Also, both mods are compatible when it comes to using standing stone mods like Andromeda, Evenstar, and Mundus. When it comes to overhauling the perk system, Ordinator really needs no introduction since it's one of the most popular mods on the Nexus, and when it comes to skills for Nightblades, it allows for some creative gameplay. Illusion provides many new abilities like Nemesis, which summons a copy on an enemy target to attack them, and Dream Thief makes your illusion spells more effective when activating a sleeping target. There's also perks that affect targets when being hit by an illusion spell. Soul Crusher will siphon magicka from those under the effect of a fear spell, Nightfall will drain the victim's health while frenzied with no enemies around them, and the Reaper comes summons a wraith to assassinate them under the effect of a calm spell.
I cannot pass you.
Sneak also receives a large overhaul, which includes the Demolition Job perk, where you get a sneak attack bonus from using destruction spells, perfect for using runes and shock magic. There are also certain scenarios where you get extra damage from sneak attacks, like striking the target after performing a silent roll with dynamic entry, breaking invisibility with a power attack with cloak and dagger, or applying both perks for even more damage. Laughing Ghost is pretty much the ultimate assassin ability. It teleports you to strike the target for massive damage, capable of one-shotting higher level enemies with all the other sneak attack perks. You also have perks that provide once per day powers like Disengage to prevent enemies from searching you, and the ability to blind targets in a radius with Smokescreen. Both Illusion and Sneak by themselves can provide many ways of dealing with opponents either single-handedly or in groups. For spells, we'll start off with Triumvirate, which introduces the Shadow Magic archetype that is perfectly suited for Nightblades. These spells include the ability to surround darkness with the caster, increasing the effectiveness of your sneaking skills. Other spells include Shadow Stride and Shadow Dance that enhances your acrobatic skills and movement speed. Noteworthy though is the Nightblade spell, which teleports you to strike the target, where the damage is dependent on your base magicka. Using the spell as a sneak attack, which benefits from the Demolition Job and Assassin's Blaze perks, is insanely powerful, that can one-shot almost all enemies, even on higher difficulties. There's also Azra's Wrath, which converts half your magicka into an area effect explosion that also benefits from the Demolition Job perk. And there's the step and pull through shadows, where you can teleport towards the enemy or pull them towards you. These are more of a high risk maneuver considering that Nightblades aren't heavily armored, but you can still pull off sneak attacks with the step through shadows. Or you can lay down some destruction runes and use pull through shadows on the target for some devastating damage. Another idea is that if the target is high above the ground, pulling them can instantly kill them. Another mod is the Shadow Spell package, which has similar spells to Triumvirate when it comes to creating darkness, making your Nightblade skills more effective. Other spells include damage over time effects on the targets that can absorb their health as well as slow their movement speed, paralyze the target, and trap their souls. There's also Life Tap, which is similar to the Equilibrium spell when it acts as a power to convert 20% of your health into magicka. Apocalypse also includes spells beneficial to Nightblades, which include manifesting shades on the target, a similar method to using shadow magic. I find these work best when starting off with Frenzy in an area, then use either Pale Shadow or Evil Twin to dwindle their numbers. Two spells that work perfectly for each other are Vanish and Hidden Cobra. Casting Hidden Cobra on the target will automatically detect you, but if you can still remain out of sight, Vanish will force the opponent to leave combat, dropping their health to 1 for an easy kill. Ghostwalk is a popular spell choice for starting out, as both of its invisibility and teleportation methods can help eliminate targets one by one. There's also this little trick by just before casting the spell and entering a new world space, you will remain hidden, and after breaking invisibility, you return to the exact same spot. Then in Destruction there's Bolide, which acts like a modern day sniper rifle that can eliminate targets from long range. Both Odin and Mysticism are magic overhauls that not only rebalances some of the vanilla spells, but also includes some new ones. Odin includes Simulacrum and Shadow Legion that are similar to manifesting shades from Apocalypse, as well as exposed spells that make the targets weaker from sneak attacks. Mysticism provides more powerful versions of the destruction runes, making them more deadlier with the Demolition Job perk. It also brings back spells from earlier Elder Scrolls games like Chameleon, which increases your sneaking ability, and Mark and Recall, allowing teleportation to a certain location. Now these magic mods can be a bit overwhelming when using most of them together, so here are a few examples for taking out enemies.
What was that?
You can't hide from me. There you are. Victory!
For armors, while there are quite a bit suited for Nightblades, I decided to go with two that come with some unique enchantments. The Black Sacrament armor not only includes enchantments similar to the Shrouded armor, but one lets you become invisible when sneaking at the cost of stamina drain. To find this particular enchantment, you have to head over to Shearpoint behind the Dragon Wall, and likely face Croesus since he awakens from his tomb whenever you get to this spot. The armor mod comes in several different designs and additional pieces like masks, capes, shawls, as well as weapons which also have their own unique enchantment. The other armor mod is Ritual Armor Boethiah, a fitting design to the goddess of shadows. This mod comes with a shroud piece with a similar enchantment to the Ebony Mail. Along with muffling your footsteps when sneaking, it also slows the movement speed of enemies within melee range, giving an edge in combat or allowing for escapability. While it does require the Dragon Smithing perk to craft, you can loot it off the corpse of the Priestess of Boethiah during the Daedric Prince's questline. Lastly, we'll finish off with Reliquary of Myth, a mod that overhauls Skyrim's artifacts with new and unique enchantments. Most Nightblade builds require playing through the Thieves Guild and Dark Brotherhood questline, so the artifacts you acquire from the mod provide some benefits. The Nightingale armor includes increasing your sneak and illusion skills that are dependent on each Nightingale item you're wearing, and the armor piece grants a unique blessing when wearing the outfit at night. The other artifact is the Blade of Woe, which gives a temporary invisible spell after slaying an unexpected enemy. Other items from the mod suited for Nightblades include Vokun's Mask, which is similar to the Vanish spell and Disengage perk, forcing enemies to stop searching you as well as including the Muffle enchantment. And there's the Ring of Khajiit, which can be found in random boss chests. This item is like the Black Sacrament's Armor's enchantment, where sneaking allows you to become invisible at the cost of stamina drain. Only it adds movement speed and the invisible effect is unbreakable until you run out of stamina. Well, there you have it. Hopefully at least some of these mods will help provide a new experience when trying out a Nightblade playthrough. I've also included some builds in the description that use some of these mods together that really show off the creative methods in terms of gameplay. Next up, I'll be looking at the Paladin as part of this series focused on mods designed for character builds. Thanks for watching and I'll see you all next time. Peace out.